if I'd been as wrong as he has been over the past decade. I suspect it does mean he's not going to try to stay around. If you were Dr. Bernanke, wouldn't you get out too? I mean, the results of this, when the reality sinks in the next couple of years, are going to be terrible. The world's going to have huge problems, and if I were Dr. Bernanke, I wouldn't want to be around either. I want to leave it to somebody else and blame it on them. But it's his problem. He's the one who's caused this job. If anybody, he and Dr. Greenspan are the two culprits that have really messed up the world in the last decade. If I were Bernanke, I'd try to get out too.
Well, let's go back to Japan, who has embarked on the most aggressive monetary and fiscal stimulus program in their history, so-called Abenomics. Initially, the yen weakened considerably, over 25% against the U.S. dollar, and the Japanese stock market went up. But there's been incredible volatility in their bond markets, and now the Nikkei has given up significant gains. You know, what's going to happen next over there?
That's an extremely good question, Perriette. If I were smart enough to know that, I'd be rich, wouldn't I? If it's that easy. Mr. Abe has said that he's going to print unlimited, that's his word, unlimited amounts of money until he can make Japan some kind of shining star of inflation. Now, Japan has got serious problems. They've got huge debt. They've got a declining population. I suspect when we look back in 20 years, this will be, the end of Japan, and everybody will lay it at Mr. Abe's feet. Debasing your currency is something that sometimes works in the short term, but in the long term, it's always ruined economies. It's always ruined countries. France tried it, Italy tried it, Greece tried it. Many people have tried it for decades. It has never led to good things. And so Mr. Abe is ruining Japan. What's going to happen in the short term, I don't have a clue. I don't own any Japanese shares. I've sold all my Japanese shares. I own a little bit of yen just because it went down so much. I'm hoping it's going to rally. But I don't have much confidence in Japan at all in the present course. It's too bad. It's a wonderful country. It was, anyway.
Well, I know it's very difficult to time these types of things, and you said you're not the world's best market timer, but do you think that Japanese will have a crisis before the U.S. or even Europe?
Perry, I want to correct you. I'm the world's worst market timer is what I have said, and I am. That's a very good question. Well, Japan, I would suspect, I would suspect that certainly Japan will have a crisis before Europe does. Europe has already had its ongoing crisis, so we all know about that. The next surprise will probably come out of Japan after the election this summer. The upper house of parliament in Japan has an election this summer. I suspect we will start seeing serious problems after the election. Before when there's an election, everybody tries to hold everything together for the election. After the election, I would suspect there would be problems, and certainly after the German election in the fall, because by then, things are going to start coming apart in many parts of the world.
Yeah, excuse me, you said you're not the world's best market timer, but you also noted the slowdown in the Chinese economy and how this has depressed commodity prices, but you're also on record as being bullish on China and their currency, the renminbi in particular. So what do you see as the middle ground here? I mean, how bad could things get in China, and what would need to happen to finally see them depeg from the U.S. dollar?
Boy, if I were China, I would do it by 2010 or 2011 or 2012. Just shows you how much I know about when they're going to depeg. The Chinese have no reason not to make their currency convertible now. I'm not Chinese, so obviously they're going to do what they want to. I would expect it to come any time. Now, they've been making more and more strides towards opening it up in recent months. I mean, they've been opening it since 2005, and in recent 2013, they've certainly made a lot of progress towards making it open and convertible. It could come any time, probably in the next 2 or 3 years at the pace they're going. The Chinese have slowed down their economy for good reasons. They have inflation, they have a property bubble, and they've said we're going to do something about it. It seems that they are doing something about it, and as you know, their customers